was a trip. I'll tell you what. I wish I knew the shit before I threw it all up. Life isn't fair. It never was, never will be. Once you get through to seeing things clearly, you realize that you can do whatever you want. The stuff that's worthwhile ain't easy. It ain't up front. You gotta work hard towards it, and then it means something to you. Not only to you, but to the rest of the crew, to all of us living on this earth. You see, if you ride a big wave, or if you fly on your ski, if you know how to do what you're doing, you do it well. It shows everyone and everything you're channeling heaven, not hell. You're working to put things in order, put right, and channeling the chaos of daily life through a structure that you've built through trial and shame and pain and hurt and refrain. But you keep coming back to the things that you love, because that's life. What else is there? I don't know. What's above? But I do know how I feel, and I know how that changes. I've learned how to manipulate that in all of its phases. I'm no master yet, but I'm getting better at it. I'd like to explain it to the children who could better our planet. I don't give a fuck about how much money you have. It doesn't make me think anything more of you, lad. I care about how you talk, and your vibe, and your soul. Not for me, I'm not judging, I don't give a fuck, bro. For you. Because at the end of the day, you gotta live with yourself, homie. You ain't going away. You gotta believe in the goodness in your heart and your soul. You gotta get up and get out and get after it. So, I'm dropping you little hints and telling you tips and tricks. It ain't like I made up all of these shits. I'm just relaying lessons from a life hard lived, from a kid who's been not necessarily in the biz, but in the shiz, in the mix. And what's that? What's these kernels of wisdom, you might ask? I'll tell you. Number one, don't expect shit. Just ask. Number two, rely on yourself and believe that even when it's just you, alone in the reeds, that you are more than you think that you are. That when shit has gone a little too far, you start pulling from something deep within you didn't know existed. A thing that constitutes evolutionary progress and consisted of light, pure light, and deoxyribonucleic acid spikes in your body, and that light can create your might. And when properly used, you take flight. Okay? What are we at? Number 4? Don't be a downer. Don't be a bore. The suffering that you have had to endure is terrible. I know. But not any more than anybody else's. And that's the truth. That compassion comes from owning your youth, from coming to terms with the pain of your past, from existing right now, not then, to rectify the mast of your spine. Is that a non sequitur, you think? No. Kundalini energy rises up. And if you know what I mean, you don't give a fuck about people that try to tear you down. You just realize the only important thing now is that you aren't one of them. All right? Number 5. Everything is everything. I used to hear that when I was a kid. I thought it was cool because it came from hip hop. I didn't ever really turn it over in my brain until after I started having to maintain. The truth is everything, but what does that mean? It means that any possible conceptualization of the current state of affairs is what it is. So what does that mean? Well, it's a quantum level understanding of the nature of reality. Well, that sounds pretty highfalutin and quite literally a fallacy, except that it's not. And how do I mean? I mean you change your fucking attitude and you change everything in between of you, your attitude, the rest of the scene. All right? Number 6. Nothing is what you think. All right, well that's silly. No, it I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But what does 6 mean? It means the mind is a tool. It's not your master. The mind is a motherfucking cash blaster. Your mind doesn't give a fuck. It's coerced and manipulated. It's used and abused and bitch slapped and humiliated. So what is a mind but an attempt to make sense of all of the chaos and insanity present? The mind is where a mental map is constructed to navigate the world successfully. But the map is not the menu. Rather, I said that wrong. My apologies to all the sages who've already come along. Again, the map is not the territory, nor the menu the meal. The truth is, life is way crazier than any ordeal. Life is a trip beyond conceptualization. The earth is a realm of which we are constituent parts. We are not on it, we're in it. We're like blood cells of its heart. We move around, we go to different places, we complete circuits sometimes, we get together, we multiply, and sometimes we divide. But these realizations are not superfluous, see? They inform the mind of a well-balanced me. Now, I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not even really saying I'm good. I'm just saying that I'm doing the best that I could. And I'm gonna keep trying and doing better and better each day. And I don't give a fuck what haters have to say. It's as if I'm starting to piece myself together again. Like Humpty Dumpty, you know? And no amount of horses or men could have done it for me. But I saw clearly that I am the way to the me inside. The self, the ego, the representation of one. When I was a little kid in my parents' house before they split up, I used to repeat a mantra in my brain. Saying it now, you might think I'm insane, but it's nothing crazy. I didn't know it at the time what it was, but now I feel as if it was the hint to look above, and all it was is I would lay in bed and I would say to myself, I am me, in my head. I would repeat it over and over and over, you see. It would keep me grounded and centered and seeing and feeling clearly. I am me, I am me, I would say to myself. Now I'm 33 years old and I ask, what the hell, where did that come from? What does it mean? And I've learned that to answer that question gives me incredible steam, gives me motivation to move forward and flow, gives me insight and intelligence and capacity and more. It shows me verifiably, scientifically justifiably, that the artistic pursuit and spiritual loot is much more valuable than any cahoots with corporate America or profits from stocks. I don't give a fuck. It's all jack in the boxes. They jump out at you, they may make some noise, but at the end of the day, they're just toys. They don't mean anything to the pursuit of this life that carries on to the next and the next and the next through all of your strife. The ones who've really thought about this shit for generations posit theories to the effect of explaining the situation. We're all on this earth going through trials to spin, to roll, to break off our unevenness within, to become spheres, to become whole, to become perfections of self. And then, what now? Either dissipate or help. So what does that mean? Well, I'd rather help, you see. And how do I justify that? To me, I learned about a bodhisattva vow online. I don't think it started on the internet, but it's time to relay the bodhisattva vow to anybody interested. And that is, if you really think you're super fucking gifted, lifted, enlightened, and all of that shit, good. So recognize that your highest appointment is to help everyone else get there, you see. Because I'll tell you one thing that doesn't matter to me. Your own selfish, narcissistic glory. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't mean anything to me. The glory of God is what's important to the truth. Now, I'm no religious official or such. I don't speak for a church or a pastor or a nun. I speak for myself, and I speak for my life. And you see, that's powerful, because life is immutable. Life is intangible. Life is unequivocally magical. Life flows through and inside, out and around and behind and beside. Life is something that we'll never understand. Scientific reductionist Western land doesn't even look at chi or prana or ha or kundalini or Masonic bravada. The times that we live in are needing something, and I have it, and it's here, and I'm giving it freely. It's not mine. I don't own it. I'm not even renting it. I just use it and love it and hope never to lose it. I recognize that it's fleeting. I recognize such. I see that I'm nothing without light's touch. I see that what I think is me is just so far from that. I see when I'm happy, I don't recognize who's looking back. I see I've come to equivocate an ugliness from experience with myself, with my personhood, with my idea of my own value. And that's real dangerous. So why am I recording this video? Who am I? What do I have to say? I'm just a person. My name's Devin. And I hope you have a nice day. Get on with it. Get on with it. Get on with it. Get on with it. Boom, boom, boom. I've got nowhere to go but home. I've got nowhere to be but alone. I've got nowhere to go but home. I've got nowhere to be but alone. Get to it. Get to it. Get to it. So, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. If people tell you you can't dance, tell them to suck what's in your pants. Life is an exercise of flowing freely, of establishing patterns and breaking them completely. Life is form mixed with function. Conjunction, junction. Fuck, that's something. Do you be yourself and don't ask for permission? And I'm telling you right now, that's the kingly mission. Because sometime you'll realize the higher your aim, the less hurt, the less violence, the less children are made. You'll realize in your life, the higher your goal, the more transcendent capacity of your soul. You'll realize eventually nobody's playing a game. They're all fighting and struggling and clawing the same. They're all doing their best to save their everlasting soul. They're all doing their best because there's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go but home. Nowhere to go but home. Nowhere to go but home. Nowhere to be but alone. Nowhere to go but home. Nowhere to be but alone. Nowhere to go but home. Nothing to be but alone. Nowhere to go but home. Nothing to be but alone. When I'm searching for life, I don't need to look too far. When I'm searching for inspiration, I found a path in. Exercise and positivity seem to always win. If I can get my blood pumping, my body stands up and says, Devin, chill out. You're tripping the fuck out of reality into no space. Thoughts are like an alien race, infecting and injecting and subjecting our souls to bullshit and peril that nobody knows. It's like we all get abducted every minute by shit, by anxiety, depression. And I'm no hypocrite. I know we all feel the battle of thought, the struggle to look up and not put off rot. I see my capacity to do good in the world, and I realize that a lot of it's for my little girl. A lot of it is not for me anymore. My own glory means less to me than a $2 whore. What's important is that I'm connected to the light up above, like you are and everybody else is. So don't shove, don't push. There's no line. You have just as much access as me. So don't think for a moment I'm more highly to be. I'm just a man, and I'm doing my best. And I think the reason you feel this shit is it's coming from my chest. It's painful to feel like a loser like that. It's painful to feel our failings and fall flat. It's painful to think that this is all that there is. It's painful to have saboteurs in our head. It's painful to feel undercut by our own thoughts, by our family, our friends, or some thought. That's stupid. I'm using the acronym C, THOT. Don't look it up. It's stupid. B. I just see that the truth is overwhelmingly light. Like not heavy, but also the kind that is bright. The truth of what makes a person worthy of talk, of following, of subscribing, of walking the walk, is that that person is willing to be what that you need, not that they are inextricably linked to the egos of their deeds. If that makes sense. I don't know if you're following me, because put people around you that give you a buzz. Put people around you that don't make you do drugs. Put people around you that like giving you hugs. Put people around you that believe in your heart. And make yourself one of those people before you start. I know what I've been through. And I know from my experience that I'm nothing new. I'm just another evolution of the same old story. I'm just another one reveling in God's glory. I'm not even religious. I don't know where this is coming from. I just feel it flowing from my abdomen to my sternum. I feel the flow of something transcendent in me. And I know, don't ask me how, that it's for everybody. So I'm going to keep flowing, keep showing that I don't need your label. I'm going to keep flowing, I'm going to keep showing that I'm not somebody's fable. I'm just a dude, I'm just a man, I'm just Devin Triantos. And I'm well-read, kind of stoned, and used to be called Trees on Toast. I'm a surfer and a skier and a ski patroller to boot. I'm an EMT and a college graduate, and none of that means a hoot. What's meaningful is that I'm married and I love my family. What's meaningful is that I go to the sea and to the mountains to think squarely. I believe in the truth of the resurrected man. I believe in the truth of the capacity to plan a better life, a better existence for our children and theirs, and to move towards that future. So let's see how we fare.